gaps up all the way, and it's in a downtrend. What else? What else, guys? How y'all doing? Folks, is everybody kicking ass in 2016? I love the new year because it really gives you an opportunity to start fresh. Nothing better than starting fresh and really making a go at it on your goals, on your goals and stuff like that. How many times I remember when I was much younger, every year I'd have like all this stuff and then nothing would ever get done, and so at some point, right, you got to go and make a move and say today and this year is the year that I actually get something done. If it's going to be I'm going to start making some money or I'm going to start trading better, then you got to go out and put pen to paper and get some action and really go do it. And that's really the only way to get better at it. It's the only way to get better at it. So hopefully you guys are all attacking your goals and really doing it for 2016 because there's a lot of opportunity, not just in the markets, but, just for your sales in business and so many different things. Just make sure you never stop learning and, you get better at stuff. It's like, for me, like I'm a trader, but I'm also a coach and a businessman. And, I've always been a good trader. But, getting better as a teacher and a businessman took a lot of time. And so I had to keep learning. I had to hire myself coaches. And to this day, I have a performance coach, Ben Newman, and, I've had business coaches and I've had trading coaches. And it's always about just going to that next step because, you never know when your year comes, right? Almost everybody I've ever talked to that's been in business and stuff like that or in trading, it's like they work their butts off for a long period of time and nothing really comes out of it. And then it just snowballs, it just starts going boom, 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 boom. And now you have something. And it's never linear. Like, oh, I'm going to work my ass off. And I'm going to learn a bunch of shit and keep a really good attitude. And then, you're going to get stuff every day. You're going to get that feedback every day. That's not the case. How it was for me in trading and also in business was I worked my ass off for years and years and years and years with no successes. With progress internally, I could see the progress. But the market couldn't see it, right? Nobody else could see it. And then at some point, it's the tipping point. Because you're talking about, the tipping point is when you go from an amateur to somebody with competence, with expertise. And to gain expertise and to gain competence requires a certain amount of repetitions and a certain amount of screen time and a certain amount of just hours and years of grinding to get that expertise. And then once you have it and a couple things go your way, then it starts to snowball. But the key is for anybody that I've met that's a good trader or anybody that I've met in a business is the resiliency. One of the things that I've noticed about my top students, like the guys that really are making some good money, is they have an unbelievable work ethic, but I've got tons of students with good work ethics. That doesn't mean shit. The whole fucking world works hard, right? That just gets you in the game. Working hard gets you in the door. It gets you in the door, but it doesn't get you to where you want. At some point, you're working hard and you're getting better every day, but things don't work out and you get knocked down so many times. And the people that really make it from there, they have that resiliency of, hey, they got knocked down and then they come back up and they make changes. Figure out what they did wrong, how they can get better, and then they go back out on the attack. And so Mary Beth, one of my best students and, my business partner, when she started trading, she had a small account and she grew it to, $70,000, $80,000. And then what happened was, she got caught in a stock with some bad news and it got halted. The fucker got halted. And her money was stuck for literally a month in this thing. And she came back from it and half her capital was just gone. Out of just blind luck. It was fucking blind luck. And so, as a young woman that can really destroy you. Because here you are thinking of the regret of like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. If I had never done that, I never would have been in this spot. Oh my God, I needed that money. For her, she wanted to buy a house for her parents and do all this stuff for her dad. And then it was like, oh my God, I can't buy this house for my parents. I can't do this. I needed that $50,000. She could have been like that, but instead it was like the next day, she just looked at me and we're sitting there and I'm like, all right, let's let it out and bitch about this for 1 minute. And she's like, okay, fuck, I'm so stupid. I can't believe it. I needed that money. Oh my gosh. I have these student loans and I got all this stuff. And then boom, it was over in 1 minute and we got back to work and it was like, all right, what's next? Right? What's next? And so getting yourself off the horse and really going into the next steps and just saying, hey, what's next? That's when, you start to really build some success. And that takes time because the only guarantees that you're going to get your ass knocked down a lot of times, but you choose whether you get back up, right? And you choose how many times you get back up. And then it just snowballs. You catch a couple good breaks and then things start to turn and momentum builds. I went from like zero to hero to millionaire all in a hot second. But there was numerous years before that where I was just 0, non-hero. But then once I gained that expertise and a couple things changed in my mindset, but also my experience levels, then all of a sudden I was piling up money and I built the success very fast. And so that's just something to keep an eye on. So I got to get going, folks. It's been real. You guys feel free to email me anytime. KUNAL at BULLSON.WS. Email me anytime if you need some free classes or some beginner courses. I got all this stuff. SYN, whoever just asked that, it gapped up on some news. But the gap up doesn't matter in certain stocks because if the gap up is not clean, the chart is not clean, if it's not gapping up above supply, those gaps don't hold. It'll gap in crap. So when you're looking at the gap up, always remember, did it gap in crap? What's that daily chart looking like? Is it coming into a hot mess? So, folks, I got to get going. I got to finish up these last trades. I've had a sweet run the last couple of days, so I'm probably going to take tomorrow off because I noticed in my historical pattern that I trade really shitty on Fridays because I always trade good Monday to Thursday. I don't know what it is mentally, but Fridays I don't close right. But the last 2 days I've been hot. Yesterday I was up like 17 grand. Today I'm probably at 10 or 11. And so I had this odd, just eerie feeling that Friday, if I am not really careful, I could do something stupid. So I might take the day off, but if not, then I will try to be on Periscope. Peace, folks. And guys, email me anytime, or you can find me Canal00 on Twitter or Canal00 on Instagram. And I'm always around, baby. Or my website is bullsonwallstreet.com. Peace.